friquitones! I'm super excited. By the way, for everybody that doesn't know, all my guests are bilingual so far, right? So we're gonna speak either Spanish or English. If you don't understand a word, make sure you leave it in the comments and let me know. Today we are with Laicy. Did I say it right?
Laicy.
Laicy. Ay, Dios mío, siempre la llamo Laicy.
No te preocupes. It's the story of my life.
Laicy. Laicy. We are with Laicy, and she introduced me to a new lifestyle that I want to share with you guys. And it is polyamorous. Polyamorosas. Relaciones poliamorosas. And first things first. Is it a sentimental thing or is it a carnívoro thing?
No, it's definitely an intimate thing. For sure.
Okay, but no sentimiento, just intimate. It's just like
no,
the action.
Intimate as in there's feelings and there's a sexual relationship. It's not just like, for example, being polyamory is not like
what is it to begin with? Yeah.
Well, it's you have different relationships and they can seem completely different. For example, you have a primary, that's your first partner. That's the partner that, for example, maybe you live with and you build a home with and a life with and everything. Which
is not necessary to have a home with somebody.
No.
That is your prime.
No, okay. Absolutely not. But that's usually like what that means is that they're your main person. And then you have your other ones, your secondaries or like alpha or betas. You have your
whoa, alphas or betas?
Alpha and beta is the same thing as primary and secondary.
Okay, so alpha is your primary and your beta
it's como secondary.
Okay.
And los secondary. Like, so
ay, Dios mío, ya me perdí.
Your player, you have your player on the field and you have your guys on the bench.
Okay, oh God, Jesus.
No, but basically what it is that with these people, first of all, everybody is aware of these relationships, right? That there's no one that's lying or cheating or anything like that.
Is there like a club, like an Instagram for this kind of like relationships? Like how can, if I'm in a club and I'm in this type of relationship, do I go and tell somebody straight up, hey, can I buy you a drink? I'm a polyamorous!
Well, you know what?
Like, like, what do I do? Like, I don't,
Well, I mean, I hope you don't scream anything at anyone like that. Like,
I'm a
Cuban! Or like, I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, I want to make sure that people don't get mad if I,
You don't know. I mean, yeah, for sure. You should talk about it from the beginning and be honest. Pero, I don't know. With me, it's been more organic. Like, being a part of the kink scene, because I used to be a dominatrix. So that's how I got into that whole world. And then meeting more and more people, that's when I realized they taught me about polyamory and different things. And I was like, coño, qué raro, because, we're Cuban.
Okay, when is polyamorous and when is tremenda putería? Like
bueno, la diferencia con la putería is, number one, it's con cualquiera. There's no going on dates. There's no getting to know them. There's no having something special that you share.
So you have something special with like all of them?
Bueno, yeah. I mean, I do. But there's ones that this is the thing. I realized that I was polyamorous when I got introduced into this. Me di cuenta I've always been polyamorous and I didn't know. And I always felt ashamed of myself. Like, because you're supposed to be monogamous or you're supposed to be whatever.
Yeah.
Entonces tú te sientes mal, like, coño, ¿por qué yo tengo this desire to have a connection with multiple men? And they all look different. Like, for example, yo tengo one of them that I've known for like 15 years.
Okay.
Sometimes when we see each other, we don't do anything. We just hang out. Pero then sometimes nos encontramos and it just, the time is right, like, and we get together.
Sexually,
right?
You mean?
Sexually, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like to me, at least in my case, I'm not having sex with them all the time.
Yeah.
It's more about the relationship and the friendship. And it just so happens that we also turn each other on. So if it happens, great.
Is this like a straight person thing, or you can have like a lesbian lover? You can also have like a gay guy, like two gay guys that you could be like boyfriend and girlfriends to two gay guys, or whatever you call whatever that relationship will be called. So can you have like a straight man being your first, and then you have a lesbian on the side, and then the other beta it's two gay guys? It's like or is it just like a straight thing?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It could be todo el mundo ahí en tremendo potaje.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I have my girl, and then I have my
what is your girl beta? I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. Why we're each other's
okay.
betas. Because we mainly...
you are each other's beta. So is she with a man? Is she...
Yeah,
okay. Explain that.
Well, because, like, we like to have relationships mostly with men.
Yeah.
But we have this beautiful attraction and this beautiful relationship with each other. So we can have that emotional support, that kind of, like, intimacy that you get emotionally from your women friends.
Mm-hmm.
Pero también every now and then...
Is there, like, money involved, or that's already jumping into sugar daddy relationships?
No, there's no money involved.
There's no money involved, like, you pay this, you pay that, or, like, who pays, like, your main pays, the other one doesn't pay, like... No, I mean dinners, and not like they pay you, like, you know.
Niña, okay. Coño, pero acláramelo, because yo decía, coño, pero espérate, I didn't know we were... No es prostitution, es polyamory.
I'm saying,
no,
like,
it all depends. This is the thing. This is why, one of the reasons why some people think it's very overwhelming is because you have to constantly be communicating with everyone.
Which is fucking annoying.
And that's why most people just don't want to be bothered.
No.
Right? That's why some people have an open relationship. Eso es diferente.
I'm already, like, having a migraine right here just thinking that I have to worry about other people's feelings more than the person that I'm with, that I already fucked that up enough. Yep. Imagine, like, having, like 3 to 4 more people that I have to deal with. I can't do that shit. Like, I don't really care about people's feelings like that.
Yeah.
To worry about them. So, like, you need to have either a huge heart or a lot of patience.
Yeah.
How does it work with the scheduling, right? Because let's say that I'm your main, but then your B calls, but I want to go to fucking the movies with you, but no, you want to go and sleep with your B. How would that work? Like, how do you manage that?
I think it all depends on, number one, like I said, communication. So you would have to say, hey, let's plan it out. Everyone has to, like I said, communication is key. So if you tell him, hey, for example...
Coño, tienes que darle gracias a Dios que we don't pay for minutes anymore, because there's a lot of communications in this type of shit. There's way too...
imagine that shit?
There's way too
todo el mundo tiene que comunicarse, todo el mundo tiene que get tested together. Like,
okay, everybody got
at the same time.
And now they have to get tested for COVID too. Not only like all of those other things. Gonorrhea, sífilis, sida y COVID.
Oh my God.
We have to add something else to the list.
Bueno, imagínate, porque si no estuviéramos en la cingadera todo el día.
Exacto.
You don't think this was part of the plan? They know.
They know.
We wouldn't do shit.
Okay, do you guys go like on vacation? Is it okay for all of your lovers to go on vacations, and then they love her? It's like a family, like, hey.
You know what? I think it's different situations. I've had moments, for example, that I went to a club to have fun, and I was there with my primary, and I had 2 betas, and they were all talking, we were all hanging out, and
do they fuck?
No, but not because I told them not to. It's just they didn't. It was never anything like that. Like, it was never impositional. No. By
the way, this is your camera right here, and I want to make sure that you talk to everybody.
Oh, hi.
Let's hope the camera is on, by the way. But I want to make sure that you talk to everybody and you let them know exactly.
Yeah. Everything is different with everyone.
What? My question is, if you want to indagar, if you want to start in this relationship, tell the people that are looking at you right now, what is the first thing you need to do? How can I just bring this to my husband or to my lover or to my partner of certain amount of years? Is it something porque estás aburrida, or is it like, how do I just tell my man, yo, boom?
Well, number one, there's 2 different things. Like I said, there's an open relationship.
What is an open relationship?
So an open relationship.
What is a regular relationship? A regular
like normal, how they say, is the whole monogamous thing, donde
tú y yo y tú nada más.
Exactly.
Y un tarrito aquí y allá sin que uno se dé cuenta.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's really what it is, because I feel like it's our human nature. I mean, para decirle a una persona, never be attracted to anyone ever again other than me, I feel like it's a little bit of a stretch. Porque es que somos animales. Al final, tú vas a encontrar...
¿Qué animal tú eres?
Yo no sé, pero yo soy una que le encanta estar montada. You know, I don't know. Whichever one is on top of something all the time. Pero, es esa cosa de que, okay, whether you decide to act on it or not is okay.
Yeah.
But that you feel it. Because...
I don't. I am very, like, worried when I'm...
¿Tú nunca has visto un macho que pasa por al lado tuyo que está buenísimo, que tú miras que dices, ay, Dios mío, qué macho más rico? Ay, Mimi.
I don't.
¿Qué te voy a decir?
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, your shit gotta be hormonal or something.
I think so.
Same as my friend Taylor.
No sé
she
si
knows...
fue uterino, no sé qué es.
Listen, we have you know my friend Taylor.
Yeah.
She's been married forever,
Yeah.
and she's. I know some of her boyfriends, and she's very normal. It's the first time that somebody like introduced me to this life, and I was like, what? And then I met you, but she's gringa, so I was like, you know, she's American, she's from here, but then you like super cubanas, and I'm like, how do you el 24 de diciembre, ¿a quién tú le llevas, mami?
Bueno,
¿Quién
esa es la
esté?
cosa, tú llevas al primero, pero de verdad que esté en reality, porque imagínate. No, pero I think, like I said, it's all about communication. All depends on the connection that you have with each person.
Mm-hmm.
Yo me di cuenta that I was polyamorous because I've had relationships with men that are very deep and beautiful and sentimental, that we've carried this relationship throughout years, and they still have their life and I have my life, and then we have this connection, and every now and then when the stars align, boom. And then I have mi relación,
Mm-hmm.
or if I have my little beta, pero usually they don't live around me.
Claro.
Because that's a headache, mija.
I have, okay, I'm gonna tell you my experience.
But that's me, because I don't want to have to deal como lo que tú dijiste. Oye, el lunes para ti, el miércoles para el otro, and like, no.
Yeah.
I want to have like enough space and time where, you know,
I have relationships like that, but it has not gotten into sex. Like, I have
Mm-hmm.
friends for years that I have never had sex with.
Yeah.
And they're my friends. They even married. Like, for example, my friend Rocky, which is coming pretty soon to visit me with his wife and his kids.
Yeah.
Like, that's my boy, where we did everything. We traveled together. We hang out. Like, if he had girlfriends, he'll bring them. But that's my boy. My boy Sean is like that.
Yeah.
My boy Steve from out of
Yeah.
town, that he's still single. And we have traveled to places and meeting places. When I go to the sea, I see him. So I have those relationships, but not sexual.
Yep. Well, I have those relationships too that are not sexual,
Mm-hmm.
but I have the ones that are. So, eso mismo, those same things. Just imagine exactly what you have with them,
Yeah.
but with sex. Eso es lo que.
That would be so hard to have sex with any of those people that I just mentioned.
Claro, because you see them more like a brotro.
They are.
That's different.
Yeah,
Yo lo
I
veo más
don't-
como un primo.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Los primos se exprimen.
Oh my god, no.
Sometimes.
Oh my god, I can't with her.
No.
I really can't. I can't with her. I really, really can't with her. Is there at any time in life, we're not even going to talk about religion because pa' qué, pero aguapo ya, para que me den en eso con esta situación imposible. En algún momento de tu vida, you have kids?
Yes.
You have kids, okay. Was the dad of your kids in this type of relationship?
Yeah. I mean, it was towards the end, yes.
How that worked out with the kids though? Because
No, because you keep it separate.
okay.
En la casa es la casa y él no tiene que saber que
Porque
nadie
ninguna de
está
esta gente va a tu casa.
No, and if he ever sees anyone, like, we're friends, because I always have a lot of friends around, a lot of guy friends, a lot of girlfriends, like, and no tiene que saber the nature of anything behind that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, in that regards, está bien. Porque, como te digo, no es una cosa de que, por ejemplo, there's some polyamorous couples that they all live together. ¿Me entiendes? Todos viven en la misma casa.
Yeah.
¿Cómo? Yo no estoy para eso. Demasiado drama. So, like,
yeah, like I wouldn't.
yeah. So it all depends. It's that's the thing. It's very unique.
Weird.
My experience of polyamory is completely different from Tyler's.
Claro. Taylor's polyamorous is very open. I'm gonna have her soon, and we're gonna touch into this little conversation again because hers is totally different from yours.
Yep.
You know, and Taylor's is super open. Like, she travels with her husband, and
But not only that, but she was in a marriage for a lot of years, and then she went to her husband, told her she wanted to be like this, and he's not like
he's
that.
not like that. But yeah. I'm gonna totally like let her give that information and let her like, because it's totally different from you. You're right. You're right. It's totally different from yours. Ahora, let's go back to how can I break this situation to my husband. But before that, right? Or to my wife, you know? It could be anything. Before that, psychological scars that this type of relationship leave. Porque siempre un come mierda que is not gonna be on the page.
It's funny because really the only damage that I've gotten from it is when someone tells me they can handle it.
And they can't.
And then you open yourself up to them. Y cuando ven que tú estás enamorado, te viran la tortilla. And then they're like, actually, I can't handle this. And now you're like, do I ignore myself who I am? Or do I want to keep this person because I love them?
Will you
and
change
so it puts you
because somebody
Let me
can
tell you,
handle it?
I have tried. And I can't.
You can't change because somebody...
Because it's who I am.
¿Qué dice tu familia?
Mi familia, gracias a Dios, we come from a long line of putería. And entonces ellos entienden que esto es algo genético.
I'm sorry, I keep screaming to the microphone, but I just can't deal with it, I swear. Oh my God. I didn't bring me back to the show.
Es que te lo digo así serio, imagínate, se lo digo serio.
Oh my God.
Porque es la verdad.
Oh,
y de los dos lados, de madre y padre, así que no importa.
Oh my God.
Así va a salir la niña.
Oh my God, this is hilarious.
Imagínate.
Oh, fuck, my stomach hurts. Mira.
I think it's in my family, we've always been really open.
It's like mine that I told them that I was a porn, so it's like, okay.
Exactly, like, por ejemplo, when they found out that I was being sexually active, they're like, hey, maybe you should consider coger un consolador, getting a dildo, so that you know all this stuff, because they're like, well, it's safer than getting pregnant and getting diseases. Y ellos ya sabían, like, ella va a ser puta igual con nosotras, so vamos a darle un juguetico a la niña para que se entretenga.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I was like, no. I was
like, how old you were?
I was 16, 17.
Ah, no, pero no estabas niña. Niñas son 5 o 7 años. Ya ahí ya tú hace
16,
rato.
17.
Claro, no.
That was already sexually active, so that's why they
That
wanted.
is such a great thing that your parents, like your aunts, your mom, any older female around you talk to you about sex, because at the end of the day, I think that is the healthiest way.
No, it is.
Yeah.
It is, and it's why, gracias a Dios, nunca me enfermé. Gracias a Dios, like, I didn't get pregnant till later in life when I was ready.
Yeah.
Because they made me aware of all the things, like, los pros, los cons, and also I could always talk to them about it.
Do you feel that this is like a new thing or existed before?
I think this always existed, pero el problema es que because it was such a shameful thing, por eso es con las mentiras, con las cosas, porque al final, mami,
Who made
la
it
gente
shameful?
lo hace. I think definitely it's a religious thing. I think also socially, culturally. También las personas, el ego es muy posesivo, muy egoísta. I think really when we look at it, where, you know, we're these humans and I am my whole person. Yo soy una persona entera, and my happiness comes from me. And my bliss, my peace comes from me. Cuando no depende de nadie fuera de ti, then you don't have to have those sick codependent relationships, because
or that acceptance from the next person,
exactly.
or society, perhaps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pero for a long time I tried to fight it, and I tried to cambiar.
Why? Because you thought that you were like a normal or some shit?
Yeah, well, before I found out about polyamory, absolutely. Yo creía que era normal, pero no nomás que eso, sino because there's a part of me that's like...
How you found out how you were able to give her a title to... Because that's a word that is not even on my dictionary until I made Taylor and you. It was like, how can you just say, this is what I am and not tremenda puta?
Well, I think now, because there's terms for it.
Y calentona, or whatever the hell you want. I don't want to say puta, because you know, but you know what I mean.
No, pero es que now that there are terms for it, and that we have seen different dynamics for it, I feel like it's easier to explain and stuff like that, and to kind of... Es que imagínate, cuando no existía ni una palabra para esto. Obviamente tú te sientes como, dude, is there something wrong with me that I can't be monogamous? Pero no es eso. Simplemente saber que hay un roto para cada roto hay un descosido.
Yeah.
I have to find a man that has been living this lifestyle for a while.
That understands
it.
If you have $20.
Yeah.
And so I can understand it from like a non-puteria or polyamorous situation, all right? If you have $20 and one of your 3 betas need it, or your prime need it, but your prime just need it for a Starbucks and the other 3 need it for something important, who will get it? So I can understand the levels of importance that everybody has in your life. Yeah. That's just the test.
I think it depends on the situation. For example, if you're saying one just needs a fucking Starbucks, pero el otro tiene una emergencia, yo se lo voy a dar el que tiene la emergencia.
Yeah, but your prime is your prime.
But that doesn't mean anything, because not just because they're my beta, even con una amistad.
Yeah.
Si tú eres mi amiga y tú lo necesitas, pero mi macho necesita un Starbucks, y digo, oye, cómprate Starbucks otro momento. She needs it.
Okay.
So I think that's completely different, and depends on the situation.
How about kidney?
La cosa es esto, bueno, kidney, y los 3 lo necesitan.
Y los 3 son compatibles. Tienes que hacer una decisión, tienes que salvar a uno, te quedas en 2, pero tienes que salvar a uno.
No, yo tengo que estar
que se mueran los tres para el carajo.
No. Mi primary, mi papi, mi papi.
And to primary, it's also how you are not jealous. And I don't consider myself a jealous person. I'll tell you this: I could have a relationship, and he could go and have sex. You could get a hooker if you want to. You cannot take no bitch to dinner, because that hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
You cannot take no bitch to dinner.
Para ti lo que no te gusta es de intimidad.
No.
Which is funny because for us, you know what the difference is?
Nope.
A nosotros lo que no nos gusta es que tú vayas por ahí just to fuck. No. We like that to see that there's una intimidad, that there's a relationship, that there's something special. There's a reason why.
No, mira, si tú quieres, tú vas y te acuestas con María, te acuestas con Tania, te acuestas con Josefa, te acuestas con quien a ti te dé la gana. Yeah. Pero no me la lleva a ningún dinner, no, don't be spending no time with her.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it would hurt my feelings, you know?
Por ejemplo, my thing, and we call those boundaries, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay, there's rules and boundaries in these relationships.
Oh, absolutely, there has to be.
Okay.
There has to be rules and boundaries.
Which is a...
Por ejemplo, to me, my boundary is, I told my man, I was like, okay, I'm very aware that you can go do your thing.
Yeah.
Because that's the deal.
Yeah.
Yo sé que tú tienes your relationships, your betas and stuff like that. Bien. Ahora, no quiero que me digas dónde fuiste, qué le hiciste.
Okay.
¿Cómo lo hicieron? Like,
don't
I don't
share.
need to know details.
TMI, don't share.
TMI. Just, bien, te divertiste, good. Because when you're with me. And that's us.
So it doesn't fuck you up that you're not the only one?
But my man is different.
Yeah.
Because then the man, he's like, I want you to come home and I'm going to spank you and I want you to tell daddy everything you did.
Oh, he's one of those. Got it. I just want to erase everything that I did outside with anybody else. I just want to make sure that I can concentrarme en uno nada más, ¿me entiendes?
Pero esa es la cosa. Everybody needs to know what is it that works for you.
So if that's not what works for you, how come you don't feel? What do you place your soul, your mind for not to feel uncomfortable? For him to be like, well, come and tell me. You don't feel uncomfortable like saying like what you did because that's not what you want to hear from him. So he's like, ugh.
No, it's funny because you do have to. In the beginning, you do because you're like, what can I share? But then the other person has to tell you.
Do you lie? Like, no, I didn't like it much.
No, no, tampoco because I don't. No, he knows. Yeah.
Like if somebody makes you like orgasm more than him, would that be a problem for him?
I don't know because I think también ponerlo así like unless he likes that because when I was a dominatrix, men like to be humiliated. Some of them le gusta que tú les digas que pinga más chiquita or
they like that shit.
You know what I mean? So it all depends on the personality. That's why like number one, you have to know yourself.
Yeah.
You have to know what your boundaries are.
Yeah.
You have to know qué es lo que tú quieres, lo que tú no quieres. You have to know how to communicate it. And you have to be open to listening to your significant other, even if it's only one other person.
Yeah.
And then, when you guys are completely open with each other and this is who I am, this is what I want, whatever, pueden decidir como dos adultos, can I handle this or can I not?
All right. Let's start this conversation. Let's do this. I cannot handle it 2 months into it, but you fucking love it.
That's when you have to decide.
By the way, you've been married for a while.
Yeah. ¿Qué está la cosa? And I guess because I've gotten to this point in my life now, yo me di cuenta because somebody said another definition for anxiety that I had never heard before. Porque yo sufría de major anxiety. Anxiety comes from when you don't feel comfortable or the freedom to express yourself authentically.
Yeah, that's what anxiety is. Yeah, that's my definition of it.
Porque para mí era que estoy pensando en el futuro or I'm not being present or what. No. Actually, era eso. Entonces yo me empecé a pensar, dije, Laicy, ¿por qué tú te estás escondiendo?
No.
¿De quién te estás escondiendo? Tú sabes que hay una comunidad en este mundo that
pero el tipo que te gusta is not in it.
Bueno, es que imagínate, es que I'd be lying to him and I'd be lying to me if I told him that I can be like this forever.
Is there such thing as a type in this besides the fact that they have to be in this community? Is like a type? By the way, polyamorous is on the LGBT line, or got nothing to do with it?
No, I don't think it has
nothing to do with the letters, with the letter community, right?
No.
All right. Is there like a type? Like they say, I only date like black guys, or I only date blonde girls, or I only date Indian guys, or I only date Cubanos. Like, is there like a type, or it's like venga todo el mundo que esto es una sopa?
No, I think it depends on the person.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and it depends on personal preference también. Like, there's some people that I know that they're bisexual.
Yeah.
And they go with guys and they go with girls. And I know ones that are just, that are just heterosexual or just homosexual or whatever. Hay uno que le da todo, and he also goes with trans women and that as well.
Yeah.
So I think it just depends. Again, it's personal preference. And knowing who you are and what you like and being able to communicate it. And having that exchange is very important.
Okay, I'm not gonna scream at the guy in the bar, I'm polyamorous, but when do I tell him?
No, you should tell him right away.
Like after he buys me the drink, or like after he calls me?
No, like after you guys are talking for a while or whatever.
Do I accept the drink though?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, cool.
Because he might be into it. You don't know.
All right. Okay, let's go to the poll. This is fucking awesome. Let's go to the polls. Dice, tus fantasías sexuales son... Espérate, ¿qué es esto? No tiene nada que ver este poll. Michael me mandó los polls que no eran. Michael me mandó totalmente los polls. Y we don't have polls for this show. I love podcasts. We can totally put this shit. Okay, fuck about the polls. Question. What is the percentage that... by the way, numbers that I do know. 1 out of 5 Americans practice this. It's like that's like a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Let's go to the election. 150 million people voted. Right? How many of that? Let's do this. Hay que hacer esa cuenta rapidito. ¿Cómo se hace esa matemática? Which I'm horrible, by the way. If 150 millones, 150, 1, 2, 3. ¿Esos son cuántos millones? Esto es 1 millón, ¿verdad? 150 millones. No, esos son 15. 150 millones. Yeah. How do we get that? I'm horrible at math, guys. How do I can't even imagine the comments. How do I get 1 on 5 Americans? So how do we divide this? It's divided by what? Come on, producer. Like, tell me. Like, you know what? Nobody knows. 5? Everybody.
I don't know.
No, 150.
Yeah, but do you divide it by 5 and then like, yo no sé ni cómo like to approach that.
Can somebody do that? 150. He said next question. Can somebody do that math? 1 on every 5. God damn, I should have sucked dick for math and passed that class.
No,
anyway,
know, right?
I'm gonna do it.
I did the same thing.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that math. 1 in every 5, right? So 1 in every 100, 1 in every 20 is 4, and like that you put a 1. Okay, there's a lot of motherfuckers. Wow, there's a lot of people that actually practice this.
Bueno, ponte a pensar en esto. So back in the day,
there's 20 on every 100 people. Yeah. There's 20 that are doing this.
Yeah. So vamos a decir, en los tiempos de antes, you have a monogamous marriage. And the man is with his wife, and he's with his wife hasta el final, hasta que los dos se mueren.
Hasta que la muerte nos separe.
Pero ¿qué pasa?
Yeah.
El man siempre tuvo o a su amante, que a lo mejor era la misma, o a otras amantes, o whatever. Yeah. Is that not polyamorous?
No, eso es un descarado.
But the only difference is that he was hiding it, and he didn't say it, and his partner wasn't aware and consenting to that.
Okay, I'll tell you this.
So lo que digo es que it's in our nature to do it, pero because of society, how it was before, nosotros lo hacíamos a escondido.
Yeah.
¿Me entiendes? Entonces ahora, como está in the open, and there's words to describe it, there's a community, and then you can say, actually, this is how I am, because hay algo en mí que I have to be like this.
I'm gonna tell you something. I was 10 years old and I left Cuba to Dominican Republic. And in Dominican Republic, las mujeres, they're very used to being queridas.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the thing. El tipo tiene viejo, que tiene dinero, tiene la mujer, la principal, y tiene la querida en el mismo bloque, en una casa como por la esquina, y ella sabe, se conoce, sabe que existen y they don't give a fuck.
Yep.
And to me, that was completely crazy.
And that's polyamory.
Because that's not how I was raised. To me, it was always a money thing. I always feel that the people that are very powerful, the wives don't mind them having like los basquetbolistas, los cantantes, because they're there for money. To me, that's what it was. Could it be that these people are actually living those type of relationships and they don't say it?
Well, I know I agree with you in that as well. Eso con los basquetbolistas that they do it, and y eso es más por conveniencia or whatever, that you're like, you know what, I'm gonna look the other way, or I'm gonna tell him that I'm okay.
But why
so
don't we think like that just because he's un basquetbolista and not like, well, maybe she's polyamorous?
Yeah. Pero es que puede ser las dos.
Yeah.
Is that both are possible?
Yeah.
That's why when it comes to polyamory, yo no te puedo decir, just like Taylor too, like even Taylor's experience, it's so different from mine and so different from other people's in the community because it really is such a personal thing. ¿Me entiendes? Por ejemplo, lo que me molesta a mí no te molesta a ti, and vice versa.
Is it different rules with a different types of different scales of your boyfriends and girlfriends? Like, el main, esto es tu rules, this is your rules, and how do you sit down and like, when do we put rules? We establishing a relationship right now, and you tell me you poly whatever. I'm telling you I want to do the poly thing, and what's next? What do I have to do? Do we have sex before the rules, or do you break down the rules before we have sex?
Well, I think before is always best to do it, and just be like, hey, this is what I want. These are my expectations. Like, betas usually, really the constant rule for everyone is that everyone has to be safe and be responsible. That's the number one rule. We need to be safe and we need to be responsible for each other. Besides that, it depends. Like with the other ones, tú haz lo que tú quieras, tú tienes tu vida, yo no te tengo que preguntar nada. ¿Qué te tengo que preguntar yo a ti? You're living your life, I'm living my life. We'll see each other when we see each other. We talk every now and then. Hey, how you doing? Good? Okay. Yeah. The primary, then there would be a different set of rules, but that's because of the fact that lo que él hace me impacta más a mi vida because estamos compartiendo más de nuestra
That's the
vida.
one that you live with.
Yeah, whether we live together or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
It's like que tú llevas la crisma. So that's why it will impact you more.
Yeah.
Would you feel left out if your alpha, is that what we talked about? If your alpha decides to take a beta to his mom and not you on Christmas?
No.
But that's your alpha though.
No, because tú sabes
y te quedaste sin Christmas because now who you gonna take?
No.
Beta?
No, that's what I do. What I do is then I just go to my family's house and I have my own thing.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. When you're
Pero where do you set, this is so hard to understand. Where do you set your mind not to get hurt, not to be like, I'm not worth it. He didn't take me.
Yeah, but that's the thing. When your happiness comes from you.
Yeah.
No importa if he comes, if he goes, if
so
he takes you,
you are
if he
like a
doesn't
most
take you.
advanced animal than I am, basically.
Bueno, it took me a while to get here, mommy.
So you're more advanced than me emotionally. Is what you're trying to tell me. This is
not in so many words, but yeah.
Basically, you're more advanced than me. Okay, I get it. All right. I thought I was very open-minded, but I see I am not at all whatsoever. Okay, so your emotional balance or your emotional safe, it's definitely more advanced than mine is. Just because you manage not to depend for your life, not to depend from someone else's feelings or someone else's actions, which
absolutely
my life gets affected constantly, no matter what I do, because it depends from my mother's feelings and actions, my partner feelings and actions, my kids' feelings and actions. Like, you know.
No, you have to let that go. Because let me tell you, I actually had a conversation with my mom the other day, and it was so open and so honest. And basically, I told her, listen, I don't care if you don't understand me, if you don't accept me, if you don't, it doesn't matter if you don't get my lifestyle and who I am. No lo tienes que entender, no lo tienes que aceptar. Yo soy quien yo soy. I'm going to be like this unapologetically. You're not going to make me feel bad about it anymore.
Yeah.
Y si quieres estar en mi vida, me tienes que aceptar como soy. Si no, voy a tener que tener mi espacio y quererte de lejos.
Why is it, am I a hypocrite? Why is it so hard for me to understand that your mother and your family can accept this, but it's not hard for me to accept that my mother and my family and everybody that knows me understood my shit?
Pero that's what I mean. It's everything is personal. Y es también cuando vemos el porqué de esas cosas. Like, por ejemplo, si tú tienes eso, why do I have that? ¿Por qué me afecta tanto como piensan mi familia lo que sea de mí? What do I have to prove?
Yeah.
¿Qué es la... ¿Me entiendes? So then you get deeper and you start asking these questions and you start realizing, you know what? Yes, these people are... Yeah. Because these people are part of my life and I love them. Pero al final, si yo no me acepto como soy, si yo no me amo, si yo no tengo una buena relación conmigo misma, si yo no me conozco, ¿qué le tengo que ofrecer a nadie? Like, it's impossible. Not only that, pero después la mierda de los demás te salpica y te jode y te molesta and it shouldn't, because their energy is their energy and yours is yours, and when you learn how to do that, de repente te das cuenta, coño, qué bien me siento yo, y a veces me siento mal porque estoy recibiendo lo de lo alrededor mío que no me corresponde, you know?
How siempre hay una tía, siempre hay una abuela, siempre hay una prima. Llegó Laicy, right? Llegó Laicy y uno nuevo.
Ay, eso me pasó una vez, mami.
Tell me about
Espérate, déjame decirte.
Tell me about
bueno,
it. Y el tipo nuevo, o uno de los muchos, o uno de los tantos, no sé how humans are.
Of course.
What's your answer?
Bueno, mira
What's
lo
your
que
answer
pasó.
to that?
Primero de todo que yo entro y está ahí una prima de mi tía abuela. Y imagínate, de esa generación que ella ha estado con un hombre la vida entera.
Ay, te la araña,
40 y pico años,
te la araña,
¿okay?
te la araña.
Entonces, y él es tremendo hombre and he amazing. Pero no todo el mundo tiene la suerte de eso, you know, to find the guy así del principio, que and you guys, qué bueno. There's some people that can do that, I cannot. Pero ella me dice, y Popín va a ser el último.
Oh my God, that's fucking...
¿Y tú sabes lo que yo le dije?
I know.
No, pero es que ella no sabe. Es que porque yo no sé, es que yo me quería alrededor de esa gente y ya no me acaban de conocer. No entendí.
Oh my God, what did you say to
Imagínate,
that?
me salió así. Le dije, mira, este va a ser hasta que el momento que él me empieza a joder, después viene el otro. Cuando él me empieza a joder demasiado, viene el otro. Este es el que es ahora.
El que es ahora.
El que es ahora. Si él quiere quedarse, que se porte bien. Que si no,
how can you move from one guy to the other one without being exhausted? I cannot even move from one friend to the other one without being exhausted. Like, my friends are the same ones forever. It's just everything is the same forever, just because I even drink the same Starbucks coffee for 20-something years. I eat the same thing at the same restaurant. I am boring. How can you just change like that? Why are we... I know that we wire differently, but like, were you like me at one point of your life?
No, because I've always been the kind of person that had
this is something for
change.
you. So this is something that is okay for you because you live like that.
I always live a constant change. I'm a gitana. I've lived in London, and I've lived in France, and I've lived in New York, and in LA. I'm constantly moving. I'm constantly traveling. Constantly new things. I like that change of pace, porque si yo tengo algo que es demasiado the same and routine, I start going crazy.
If I don't have my routine, I start going. I need to wake up, and the same person needs to make me the coffee, and he needs to give it to me. And if that person doesn't give me the coffee and gives it to me, my whole entire day, it's fucking ruined. I have to have my ritual of social media every day in the morning, or my life is ruined. I have to do my own makeup and my own paste, or my life is ruined. I have to go when I go to Starbucks, I order the same caramel frappuccino with 4 pumps. For 20-some, since I was in college, I am 40 years old, and I'm still ordering the same drink. I go to the same restaurant for 14 years and I order the same salad. Everywhere that I go, I do the exact same thing. I have to pay the bills the second of the month. Otherwise, I go crazy. If I'm out of town and it's the third and I have not paid my credit cards, I cannot leave.
Yeah.
I am wired like that. So it's definitely, I should not feel bad about myself that I cannot be as advanced human being as you are feeling wise because of the fact that I am wired different.
We're wired completely different. Y la cosa es que también I feel that it needs to be con todo moderation, right? Because I need to have some structure in my life. Otherwise, I go completely off the rails.
Do you have structure in your life?
I do. Yo tengo que tener structure. Pero just because of the way that my life is and working in production and everything's always different, I can't have such a rígido routine, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
¿Qué pasa? Que we live two different lifestyles.
Yeah, definitely. We live two different lifestyles. Like, I don't... your kids are not even involved in your life like that, I'm guessing. My kids are super on my ass, so it's like I cannot even... Jesus Christ, my 6-year-old, what the hell, who you talking to, mommy? Who you text you? Like, who you take the picture? Like, you know, like, it's like he's in my life like that. Like, I really raised them to be all up on, como chismosos como yo. Like, I'm all up on my mom's house. Who texts you? ¿Con quién tú hablas? ¿Y esa risa por qué? You know, like, I am super metida en lo que no me importa with my family and everybody around me. So I guess that you even raised your kids not to be on your ass the way that obviously mine are. Maybe that's why I'm so afraid to even, like, establish any relationship outside of la monotonía, because I just couldn't. It's not for me, and it's perfectly fine that it's not for me.
No, pero es que it makes sense, because si tú eres el tipo de persona que a ti te gusta ordenar la misma cosa every time you go to that place, no hay manera que tú puedas tener esto, because there's too much unpredictability.
I cannot do unpredictable. It's not sexy for me. I do not like surprises at all whatsoever. I hate surprises. I hate... Yes. If I
so
want,
you're not spontaneous.
I hate that shit.
No.
I hate
like,
surprises.
I would have never thought that about you.
Girl, let me tell you something. If I want to have sex with you, I want to have sex with you because I know exactly what you're going to give me.
Yeah.
I cannot have sex with you. Oh, let's see what he gives me. No. This is what you did to me last week. And this is what the fuck I'm here for. Don't be fucking switching this shit up, you know? Like, no, this is what I'm here for. I'm here for your missionary, which is fucking amazing. For your side and meta, you know, like, we talked about that. And, like, no, this is what I'm here for. And that's why I'm been having sex with you for so long. Because this is what you give me and this is how I like it. Let's talk about something where it's... Yes, no, it's very hard.
No, pero es que eso se ve que... What it is, que tú tienes una persona that's a little more controlling.
I am super controlling.
But that's okay. Y esta es la cosa. Por eso es muy importante saber quién tú eres. Porque tú estás construyendo tu vida de acuerdo de cómo tú eres.
Sí, pero ¿sabes cuántas veces me han mandado para la pinga? Porque I'm super controlling.
But that's fine. Pero imagínate que ahora mismo venga alguien and they tell you, no, now you can't live like that. Tú tienes que vivir that you have 2 more partners because that's the way society is, and you have to... You can't.
No.
But it's the same thing with me. When people say you have to be like this, everything inside me is like...
Mind you, I could have sex with other people. I don't have a problem having sex with other people.
Right.
Don't fucking call me or even tell me whether you like it or not. Like, don't. I do not care.
Yeah.
You know, like, don't.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
Yeah. But you know what? There's people that can't do that. There's people que just having sex y no tener nada, no, don't call me, no nothing.
Yeah.
That's weird to them. So again, todo es depending on you.
Yeah. Wow, let's talk about los gorditos. You told me you're into it now. All right, so she came today, right? And I'm thinking that she has a new story about, because, you know, we have a friend in common, Michael. Everybody knows Michael, the official gay guy. He is my friend and my assistant. And my everything for, like, a long time. He's the man that deals with me with my bad attitudes, which is every day. Because I'm so monótona que hasta el bad attitude I have it every day. So Michael's like, oh, she has tremendo chisme que te va a decir. And I'm like, what could it be? And she comes in today and she's like, oye, me gustan los gordos. And I'm like, what? Please explain to me this new thing.
Girl, let me tell you. Mira, my whole life, I had always been with, like, really tall, skinny guys, like Calvin Klein ad guys.
Yeah. I like them skinny, not tall.
You know, oh no, imagínate, I'm tall. I like to have them, like, bigger than me. Pero le he metido dientes de todo. Anyway, pero la cosa es que no me gusta.
I can't. The way she talks, I just fucking can't with the way she talks. I can't. Dime.
No, you know why Michael and I get along. ¿Cómo nos come mierda juntos?
Oh my god.
So, niña, ¿qué estaba diciendo?
Que la metí valiente.
¡Es
gordo!
Mira.
She just came and she said, I have sex with this guy. his belly on my cleat, and I'm like, what?
Well, because this is the thing. Okay, so I really liked this guy, and I really liked his personality, and I thought he was so great y todo. Y yo dije, bueno, déjame darle una oportunidad.
Yeah.
Porque de verdad que there's something there. I was going in without any expectation.
Yeah.
Y dije, bueno, vamos a probar. A ver qué pasa. Bueno, me encantó.
Primero, el
gordito me encantó. Mira, es que cuando están arriba de ti, right? And then they rub, like, their belly is rubbing while they're fucking. So
I got the visual.
Oh, my God.
And I have sex before.
I know, right?
Listen, she loves a gordito, bro. She fucking loves a gordito.
It has cushion, meaning, because before
it has cushion porque no era una flaca.
Oh,
I was just telling her that there's no way two big people could have sex. I'm big as shit. Listen, my hips are big, my butt is big, my thighs are big. There is no way in hell I could have sex with somebody that is big because esa mierda no entra. It's like half of the penis stays outside because it's hard. I need un flaquito que se meta por aquí, se meta por allá.
Los flaquitos, I would always have dolor en el culo and dolor here in the pubic part because it was just like two hard things, and now it's just
I
like
think
una almohadita.
Un gordo para un flaco y una flaca para un gordo.
Claro, mami,
always.
Pero esa almohadita, tú estás ahí arriba montadita, esa almohadita así comodita así, and you're like, oh my God.
I can't do that. It's have to be served or the guy, or it has to be a big guy with a huge penis.
Yeah, that they're really big.
Which most likely is what I like. Guys with the penis size is not really what I care about. More like how fat they are.
Me too.
You know, and I want a nice mushroom head, and I want you to feel all the walls.
Yeah.
I don't care how deep you go into the.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yo soy igualita.
Yeah, because that's just how it is.
Yeah.
And I keep telling guys like the size doesn't matter. It's just how wide your
even
member
some guys
is.
That when they're like a little more than average,
yeah,
especially in the beginning, they can't go all the way in with me. Tiene que ser poquito a poco.
I don't like anything bigger than a 6.5, 7.
Yeah, me too.
Right? That's the most comfortable size. Plus, you get to a certain age where like you don't want to deal with that pain every day.
No, eso es lo que te da ahí adentro that you can't even sit down. Like, no,
God,
we're too old
I
for
hated
that.
When I started porn, I was like a size queen because that's what looked good, and then I was like, I'm not even enjoying this anymore. Mm-hmm. It was so like just a nice thick, nice mushroom head situation. So you're very happy con tu gordito ahora.
Me encanta. Y déjame decirte, lo que me encanta es que son engañadoras. Tú ves como son gorditos y parece que no hay nada, pero tú te montas y haces esa masa para abajo así. Entonces hay más. It's great. Es una engañadora la pinga. ¿Por
qué tú le das así? Sale aquí. You know what?
Mira, pinga engañadora.
You know what it reminds me of? What? You know those featurings? Que you put y comes out.
Ajá, así mismo.
Ay,
oh my God, qué rico.
Ay, bro,
qué sorpresa, Mimi.
Ay, thank you for being here. Are we good on time? Oh my God. Thank you for being here. Guys, if you have any questions about polyamorous, please tell them books that they could read. Where can they go and find about this?
Well, the first thing that you should read is The Ethical Slut.
What?
The Ethical Slut.
Okay, it's a book.
Sí, como tú dices, si vas a ser puta, por lo
menos
con un poquito de cordura.
Exacto. The Ethical Slut. I love it.
The Ethical Slut. That would be the first one that I would say to investigate and to look into.
Oh my God. Thank you very much for being here. Do you have an Instagram? Do you have social media? Do you have like a poly no. nothing, something, nothing? They just te caen así como mosca. Like, this is how it works.
We're beautiful women. You know we always have a long line.
Oh my God.
Nosotros tiramos una piedra y le damos una pingadura.
Ay, yo soy tan mía.
What do you mean?
Yo soy tan pesada. Yo soy tan pesada, bro. You know, like many people's fantasies, but yo soy tan pesada. Okay, I'm the biggest turn off. The minute that they met me, I'm like, they're like, ugh. I wasted all the time watching your movies. Like,
Ay,
yeah.
Malo, no.
Oh my God, this has been so much fun. Thank you very much for being here.
Ay, gracias, Mimi.
Oh my God.
This has been so much fun.
I have to figure it out where I'm going to put this podcast. I think I'm going to
No, pero Mimi, dame decirte, one of these days, we need to get you, me, and Michael.
Oh my God, definitely. To talk about everything. Anything.
Oh my God.
Michael is definitely going on your uncensored side.
Yeah.
He's going to that side. Thank you very much for watching, listening, however you're watching or listening to this. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.